Racing to the 2025 Kentucky Derby, and it's Sam F. Davis Day. Let's get an update on the races. We had the Suncoast Stakes for fillies on the road to the Kentucky Oaks. The Sam F. Davis, an exciting battle down the stretch. Another stakes race, the Damon Runyon Stakes today at Aqueduct. We saw Sand Devil win that. The latest in workouts, Cara winning the Suncoast, Multiverse, a maiden special weight race at Gulfstream Park, and John Hancock. But we start off at the Big A, Aqueduct. It was Sand Devil making his third career start. He's the big favorite at 1-5, and Sand Devil survives a stretch-long duel with the second favorite. He went the opening quarter in 24.52. Here's the start of the race. Sand Devil breaks well, establishes inside position, but then as he leads him around the track into the stretch, he gets a little of a battle of a stretch run here, holds on for the victory. The Beyer speed figure should come back well. The track was a little bit slow, and it was a good final time for Sand Devil. Now with Sand Devil 3 for 3, an allowance win, and a maiden win at Aqueduct, now he picks up the stakes race. He can either go to the Gotham, a 50-point race, the Wood Memorial, a 100-point race. The Sire is Violence, and 3 for 3 is Sand Devil. Now the Sam F. Davis at Tampa Bay. Post positions were drawn earlier this week. Camp Hale, a maiden, getting a little bit of action on the board. John Hancock at 5-2. Owen Almighty at 2-1 with Irad Ortiz. And on the outside, Poster out of that 7th post position. But let's take a look at the race. You've got John Hancock. Early on, he takes the lead, breaks well from the gate, and leads him down the backstretch. Owen Almighty content to chase in second. Those two lock up going into the turn, and the entire length of the stretch, it's John Hancock on the inside, Owen Almighty on the outside, trying to pin him close to the rail. I thought it was a good effort from John Hancock, dueling that stretch in only a second lifetime start. He's by Constitution, John Hancock for Windstar Farms, and Owen Almighty, a stretch duel. Couldn't quite get by. He did add blinkers in this race, and the third place finisher was Poster. He trailed early, made a wide move into the stretch. You know, he had missed some workouts because of that cold weather in Florence. He's a late full. I think they got what they wanted out of this race, just kind of a workout for Poster coming in third place. So John Hancock wins it, Owen Almighty second, Poster third, Camp Hale fourth, Very Bold fifth. Those are the points, 20-10. 20 points for John Hancock, 10 points for Owen Almighty. And at Tampa Bay, we also had the Suncoast race. In this race, you had Italian Soiree, Her Laugh, Cara. Those were the three favorites. Chloe also getting some money. But let's go to the race. Her Laugh breaks last. Cara breaks on top. She pretty much goes wire to wire. She leads him down the backstretch. On the turn, she got a little bit of a breather and then really opened it up, poured it on late. Her first race in 2025. She'd been working out pretty steadily for the last month. Thought this was a good effort with a big gallop out for Cara. Her Laugh stumbled out of the start. Gave her about 5 to 6 lengths at the beginning, weaved her way, saved ground on the turn, finished second in this race, but overall a good effort for the top two as they move forward towards the Kentucky Oaks. Now, again, on Friday, I did an update on the latest maiden winners. Colloquial was one of them. The Beyer speed figure did come in, and of course, Colloquial after the race looking good, but the Beyer speed figure was a 106. This was the fastest 3-year-old speed figure in this crop. Better than the Breeders' Cup Juvenile, better than the Keeneland Futurity. So a big effort from Colloquial on Friday at Aqueduct. And this figure looks good. The times all day were slow on Friday. The other 6.5 furlong race went in 121.70. Colloquial a 116.89, and a Beyer speed figure of 106. It works out perfectly if he wants to come back on March 1st for the Gotham Stakes at 1 mile. That is a 50-point race. The trainer is George Weaver. Remember, he trained Vekoma, and Vekoma also ran in the Kentucky Derby, and Colloquial by Vekoma. Now, other workout news, Sovereignty, no workouts on Friday and Saturday. He hasn't worked out in 9 days now. And another horse off the work tab in the last week, Aviator Guy. He did not enter the Risen Star. No work since January 26th. Of course, he finished second in that Remsen Stakes. Of course, Chad Brown trains Aviator Guy. Bill Mott trains Sovereignty. But, you know, we're 9 days into February now, and I'm not so sure they can even make the Fountain of Youth unless they want to go there on 3 workouts. So it may be getting late early for a couple of horses. Now, Sovereignty, he's had 3 workouts, but they're all very sporadic. December 24th, January 15th, and January 31st. Had a little bit of an illness, so we'll see if he can get back into a regular routine. Speed King, 5 furlong workout on Saturday at Oaklawn Park. Keep It Easy, 5 furlongs for Dale Romans at Gulfstream Park. Patch Adams back in Florida at Payson for Brad Cox. Rapture, 4 furlongs at Payson. And Muhima, the big filly, the big gray, she's going to be going on February 22nd to Oaklawn Park for the Honeybee, a $500,000 race for Muhima, who won the Demoiselle Stakes. Now, a couple of maiden races on Saturday. We go to Tampa Bay. The first start for McCorvey by Curlin out of Songbird. But in this race, it was all on the mount and Candytown. They finished 1-2 in this race, dueled the length of the stretch on the mount, pretty much wire to wire. He's by 1,000 words. Chad Brown trained the winner on the mount. Todd Pletcher trained the runner-up, Candytown, who shipped in from Gulfstream Park. Those two separated from the pack. Now we go to Gulfstream Park. Big maiden race, big favorite in this race at 3-5, trained by Todd Pletcher. But a speed duel ensued and Multiverse looped the field, goes 4-5 wide into the stretch. He's the one horse, gets up in the final strides. Riley Mott trains. The sire is Practical Joke. You know, he'd ran in some key races. It ran against Tappan Street. Ran in some other big maiden races. Cut back 6 furlongs. And he could maybe be a late running sprinter. Races like the Woody Stevens, Pat Day Mile, everything on the table for a horse like Multiverse. The sire is Practical Joke. Now the Rebel Stakes starting to come into view. We've got Bullard, Speed King, Coal Battle, Brodeur, Innovator, and Sandman, the big gray, pointing for the Rebel Stakes. That's on February 22nd. The Honeybee could be another gray. Muhima, Quiet Side, and then Necessity. Other runners also considering that Honeybee might only have a 6 or 7 horse field for that big purse. The John Battaglia, First Resort for Godolphin Blue, and Baby Max, the winner of the Leonatus, pointing for that John Battaglia Stakes. As we start to get into the points races now, we got the Risen Star and Rachel Alexandra. 13 horses in the Risen Star. We'll have a preview up on Sunday. The Rachel Alexandra's been drawn. Sunland Derby on Sunday, February the 16th. We've got racing picks for the Risen Star and the Rebel Day. Sign up below in the description. We'll also have Kentucky Derby picks, Florida Derby picks, other big racing days. Sign up. Triple Crown Prospectus, 2,000 words every Monday on the Triple Crown Trail. Sign up for that through the Belmont Stakes. Comment, like, share, support the channel, smash that like button, and remember, D. Wayne Lucas always says, people have opinions, horses have the facts.